Hello and welcome to another Radical Red Challenge run. We're doing region runs and today we're in Paldea. Got one legendary on our team and no mons that I've used in previous runs. There's quite a lot of mons I used from Paldea already in the type runs, but it's still a pretty solid team. We have Great Tusk, we're running Focus Sash on the first fight, then we can live a hit from Lorelei's water types. We have our Bolivar with Harvest and the Citrus Berry, going to be super useful for the first battle. Reverroom with the Muscle Band and Filter, then we can do as much damage as possible. And a pretty good moveset to hit everything. We have Garganackle, Earthquake, Salt Cure, Stealth Rock, Protect, pretty standard moveset with the Pasho Berry. Leftovers Skeledirge, Torch Song Will-O-Wisp, Slack Off Hex, pretty standard. And finally Quaquaval with the Mystic Water, Adamant, Aqua Step, Close Combat, Triple Axle and Swords Dance, so we can hopefully sweep some fights later on. Up first is Lorelei and her water types. We know Great Tusk is going to be able to live any one hit, so we just click Close Combat, get as much damage as we can onto the Ogerpon, as our Bolivar ends up getting double targeted, gets burned by the Scald, but we get the Leech Seed off on the Politoed to get even more recovery. We then Strength Sap the Ogerpon to start lowering down its attack. Does go for Horn Leech on Great Tusk, bringing it down to its Sash. Close Combat into the Politoed slot as it switched to Walking Wake. Get some good damage off and recover all our HP with our Bolivar thanks to Strength Sap. I Strength Sap again into the Ogerpon because I want the Ogerpon as weak as possible. We do get confused by the Hurricane. Fortunately, we managed to break through, Strength Sap the Ogerpon, lower its attack even further and make it a lot less of a threat. I then send out my Garganackle with the Pasho Berry, so we'll be able to take one water type move. We do go for Salt Cure on the Walking Wake, as Hurricane takes out our Bolivar. Salt Cure finishes off Walking Wake thanks to the residual damage that it does. The reason I was focusing down Walking Wake is because Ogerpon is a lot weaker right now thanks to the 2 Strength Saps that we got off. I am able to shift gear here with Reverroom. We avoid the crit from Ivy Cudgel. Our Pasho Berry ends up getting used up by Garganackle, but we got a Salt Cure off on the Politoed, meaning it's now on a timer. We outspeed the Ogerpon thanks to our shift gear, Poison Jab finishes it off, and Salt Cure brings the Politoed even lower. I'm then able to send out Quaquaval, Iron Head the Iron Bundle to break its Sash, avoid the attack, and then Aqua Step from Quaquaval finishes it off. We get a speed boost and an attack boost, and meaning we can hit everything really hard. The Politoed goes down to the Salt Cure, leaving just Kyogre and Swampert. I want to focus down the Kyogre so we can get rid of the rain. Poison Jab does a lot of damage to the Kyogre, as the Mega Swampert goes for Earthquake for some reason, finishes off the Kyogre for me. Quaquaval lived, get a massive Aqua Step off on the Swampert, and then I can just finish it off next turn with another Aqua Step and take out Lorelei. Up next is Bruno. He leads with his Infinite. I lead Quaquaval. Goes for Taunt because we're running Swords Dance, but we have Aqua Step. We're able to click that twice, outspeed on the second turn, meaning no Stealth Rocks on my side of the field. At +2, I was expecting to outspeed the Iron Valiant. I didn't. I go down. But I didn't have a safe switch anyway. I need Reveroom at full HP to be able to take it out to live a hit. Ironhead takes out the Iron Valiant. Aura Sphere did a lot in return, meaning Lucario can come in, close combat, and finish me off. Here I do send out Great Tusk. I did change Great Tusk's item from the Focus Sash to Choice Scarf, so then we're able to outspeed the Lucario. The Zacian comes in, it goes for Swords Dance for some reason. We're able to Headlong Rush again, take it out for free, but I'm not complaining. Komodo then comes out. I think I may as well stay in at this point, go for Headlong Rush again, but Flash Cannon does end up taking out Great Tusk. Fortunately, we were able to get the Komodo low, so I can send out Skeledirge, live the Clanging Scales, Will-O-Wisp to get some residual damage off on the Komodo. As we live another Clanging Scales, Hex it, and take it out. This leaves just the Urshifu left. It goes for Sucker Punch. We get a Will-O-Wisp off and burn the Urshifu as well. Skeledirge then does go down to the Wicked Blow, but we still have Garganackle and our Bolivar in the back. I go to our Bolivar first, hoping I can get a Strength Sap off. He goes for Swords Dance, which meaning we do get the Strength Sap, and we're able to keep the Urshifu manageable. I get Leech Seed for some more residual damage. He goes for Close Combat. It does end up taking us out, but we got it down to about half HP at this point. And Garganackle is able to survive the close combat, Earthquake, and finish off the Urshifu with Burn and Leech Seed Chip. Then we have Agatha and her team of ghosts. We Aqua Step turn 1 once again on the Zoroark as it goes for Taunt. We outspeed, so we're able to Aqua Step again, get to +2 speed, +1 attack, as Marshadow comes in. I do need to switch here, because I don't want Marshadow stealing my buffs. It ends up going for close combat on our Bolivar, takes it out, and I send out Skeledirge to get the Will-O-Wisp off. We fortunately do live a Spectral Thief on a decent amount of HP, and we land the burn on the Marshadow. Thanks to the burn, we're able to live another one, slack off, start getting our HP back, and start whittling down the Marshadow with its burn. Keeps going for Spectral Thief. We've got to the stage where we are back to full HP. So from this turn, I just go for Hex, trying to finish off the Marshadow and get it off the field. The Golden Go then comes in, goes for Shadow Ball, does take out my Skeledirge, but we've done a lot of damage to Agatha's team at this point. I then send out Quaquavel, who's able to Aqua Step on the Nasty Plot from Golden Go. We Aqua Step again, bring the Golden Go down low. Shadow Ball doesn't quite take us out, and we're able to get to +3 speed. Get the knockout, and get to +1 attack as well. We now outspeed the Fluttermane at +3, and Quaquaval should be able to finish off, would have been able to finish off the rest of the team if it wasn't for Chien Pao and Ice Shard. I didn't have a great switch though, because I need to keep Revavroom healthy so it can take out the Chien Pao, and I need as much HP as possible. It goes for Sacred Sword, as we go for Iron Head, take out the Chien Pao, leaving just the Mega Gengar left. It goes for Shadow Ball, takes out my Revavroom. Fortunately, we have Great Tusk in the back with the Choice Scarf, Headlong Rush, bye bye Gengar. And we make our way through to Lance. We're facing the Aerodactyl, and this Lance is a very easy Lance because we gave Quaquaval the Mental Herb, meaning we're able to Swords Dance on the first taunt, Aqua Step on the second taunt, and then Aqua Step on the Stealth Rock, so now we are +2 speed, +3 attack, and the Melmetal comes in. We have close combat, we one-shot the Melmetal, get to +4 attack, and now I'm not scared of any one of Lance's mons. The only thing I'm worried about is missing a triple Axel. We don't on the Iron Jug, take it out, in comes Dragonite. Once again, it goes for extreme speed, does a bit of damage to Quaquaval. Fortunately, we do land the second hit from Triple Axel, take it out, and now we even manage to one-shot the Primal Dialga, even through Primal Armor with our close combat. Leaving just the Salamence. It does intimidate me, it doesn't matter, we can just click Triple Axel one last time, and that's a clean sweep of Lance with our Quaquaval. Unfortunately, the champion is a little tougher. We lead with our Skeledirge against the Pheromosa, because we have a great matchup into it. Go for Torch Song as it switches into Eternatus. We switch straight back out into our Great Tusk, who's going to tank the Meteor Beam really well. We're still holding the Choice Scarf, so we outspeed, Headlong Rush one-shots, then once again goes back into Pheromosa. We know it's going for Triple Axel, so we go straight to Skeledirge. Here, Pheromosa does end up U-turning again, this time into Miraidon, but we have the same switch. We can go straight into Great Tusk, who outspeeds with the Choice Scarf. We take no damage from the incoming electric move, and we're able to take out the Miraidon for free. That's two of the champion's big hitting mons down, the Miraidon and the Eternatus. Pheromosa comes out again, Triple Axels, U-turns, and this time goes in to Yveltal. I didn't have a great switch into Yveltal, so I send in our Bolivar mainly to sack. I don't need our Bolivar for this fight because grass types are not great into the champion's team. Pretty much every single one of his mons can hit them for super effective damage. Our Bolivar falls, and we send out our Garganacl. Go for Salt Cure, as the Yveltal goes for Dark Hole. I did end up giving Garganacl a Chesto Berry, just in case we fell asleep to the Dark Hole, because Salt Cure was my way of taking it out. We then end up getting a Double Protect, with Garganackle, go down to a dark hole, as Yveltal ends up on low HP. Low enough where Great Tusk can finish it off with a knockoff and take it out. Pheromosa comes back in, once again goes straight into Skeledirge, and the Mega Metagross comes out. This is the mon that Skeledirge is here to face. It needs to get a Will-O-Wisp off. We get flinched by Zen Headbutt. We live another one, and we get the Will-O-Wisp onto the Metagross, really limiting the damage it can put out. I do let Skeledirge go down here, because it's done what it needed to do. Send out my Great Tusk, who's able to outspeed, Headlong Rush, bring the Metagross down to red. It goes for Zen Headbutt, but thanks to the burn, we do live. And also thanks to the burn, the Great Tusk goes down, the Metagross goes down. Pheromosa comes back in, U-turns out against a Revavroom, as Ditto comes in and copies us. I did Shift Gear, knowing that Revavroom can't touch a fellow Revavroom, but unfortunately Pheromosa comes out, so I switch into Quavel as the Pheromosa U-turns yet again. I Aqua Step once to get a bit of speed, and then close combat. I was debating going for another Aqua Step, but it was close as to whether I would live another hit from the Ditto. So I ended up going for close combat, taking it out. Pheromosa comes back in. We unfortunately don't outspeed at +1, so Pheromosa takes me out. I send out Revavroom, who is healthy enough to get an Iron Head off as Pheromosa locks itself into U-turn. We finish off the Pheromosa with one more Iron Head and beat the champion with our team from Paldea. All in all, a pretty fun team to use and a pretty standard team to use from the Paldea region. I was expecting it to be a bit tougher with the amount I used in the mono type runs, but there's Paldea done and all the regions completed.